This video is brought to you by ProBoxingSupplies.com, where you can receive 25% off your purchase now, and PowerPerformanceProducts.com, where you can receive $10 off your purchase of Body Storm and Body Effects.
It's her personal business. That's my baby. We love her. She's been with us forever. She's a good girl, and you know, we're 100% behind her.
You talked about it, but it is like a kind of a series of incidents. Like
sure is, yeah. Yeah, I'm going straight home tonight, so I don't get arrested or nothing crazy happens to me.
Can you give your thoughts on, I mean, is this just an unfortunate coincidence, or are things in the business changing? What is it that all this stuff is happening in a sequence?
It's you know, it's not one of those things where you could say, oh, this is because the business is doing. Arianny's been here for over 5 years, you know. What the case is that these are all real people. These are human beings with real lives, and sometimes bad things happen, you know. Bad things happen sometimes. And we're just going through a streak of bad things happening.
Do you think this is growing pains of like people starting to really deal with fame and money and all? I mean, obviously as things continue to grow.
I mean, that's always the case. That was the case 7 years ago too, and people weren't making tons of money. There's always a level of fame and a level of money, and it is one of the hardest things to manage. Yeah, it's not easy. It's not as easy as everybody thinks. But that wasn't the case with Arianny. Arianny's been around for a long time. She's been making money for a long time. This was just a personal issue that I don't know enough about, you know, but I know enough about her that we got her. Yeah, I'm not involved in all the legal stuff that's going on with Jones, you know, but yeah, he flew out a few nights ago and sat down with me and Lorenzo and talked, and you know, I like Jon Jones. He's a good guy. He's a young kid. You know, he made a mistake that night, and we'll see what happens. That's why when everybody's so quick to start calling pound for pound best in the world, there's so much more that goes along with being, you know, when you look at Anderson still, you know, Anderson has been a champion since he's been in the UFC pretty much. The guy has broken every UFC record, never has any problems, you know, shooting commercials left and right now. I mean, the guy is in every way, shape, and form, you know. He's a pain in my ass sometimes, you know, but that's what we do. I think that Anderson Silva is, I think he's the greatest mixed martial artist ever.
I agree. To follow up on that, though, you know, I'm not disputing that you should have supported Arianny, but I'm just saying, you know, Jon's done similar things for you. He's been a great fighter. He's
I agree.
accomplished a lot of things. And, you know, you made an unequivocal statement of support for her tonight. And I just didn't hear you do that about Jon, and I didn't know if there was a reason why you did.
Yeah, no, I have. I think we've supported Jon. You know, I haven't come out and believe me. You guys know when I don't support somebody and I disagree. Mayhem Miller. You know, he's a young kid, man. He's a young kid, and he's going to need a lot of guidance. A lot of guidance. The kid is incredibly talented, starting to make tons of money, and he's getting really famous. So those are all the recipes for disaster.
Does it affect your sponsorship of him at all?
Does it affect what?
The UFC sponsorship?
No. You know, if something like that was going to happen, we would have already come out and said, you know, that we're upset with Jon or whatever. I mean,
Kind of revisit the thought of maybe a code of conduct kind of policy?
I know you guys want me to.
I just want your thoughts on it.
No, I'm going to take it as it comes. You know, I hear this stuff all the time, and it seems like a lot lately, you know. But I'm going to go. This isn't the NFL. This isn't the NBA. It's a completely different business. Completely different business. Completely different business model. And we deal with these guys. We care about these guys. You know, I don't want our fighters at the end of their career to be broke and not have paid their taxes and don't do this and don't do that. And then you guys look at the whole PED side of this with what's going on, and then you look at guys getting in trouble. I mean, there's just so much that goes on. Then you know how much shit goes on that you guys don't even know about? I mean, the stuff that we're talking about is the stuff that's public. The stuff that you see, you know, and it's in the, you know how much shit goes on that you have no idea that goes on? We're dealing with human beings, and I don't think that you have I don't even know how you could do that. How you could have a code, you know, what if you say this happens, if you do this, that happens. You take it case by case and you deal with it. I don't know, as it should be dealt with. But the other thing that's different than us is we're regulated by the government too. So it's a completely different business model than any other sport.
When you heard about Jon, were
you surprised? Were you shocked? Did you throw your hands up and say what you always say? Like,
When I heard about Jon,
yeah, like that shit happens to me every day.
yeah, bad shit does happen to me every day. You know, I wake up this morning and Arianny, you know, a lot of people were talking smack about you know, the fact that we pulled the Silva card out of and we had to bring it here, and then, you know, we're going to do the Coaches of Tough fighting down in Brazil, right? So tickets go on sale for that show. We sold like 13,000 tickets in a 17,000 seat arena the first day they went on sale. And I wake up this morning and Vitor Belfort breaks his hand and he's in fucking surgery, you know? So it never ends for me. Every day we get up, bad shit happens, and it's just, guess what? You know, I can guarantee you, when I wake up tomorrow, something else is going to happen to me.
What's happened with Vitor? He's out of this fight.
Yeah.
And who will fight against Wanderlei?
Anyone step up yet?
Working on it. I'm working on it.
But Wanderlei will fight.
Wanderlei will fight.
Vitor broke his hand training.
Yep.
When will you know? When you heard about it?
This morning when I woke up.
So you don't have any candidates for a replacement yet?
I do.
Anybody you would like to talk about?
Nope. Got to get it done first. When we start talking about them, that's when it gets harder to do the deal.
This video is brought to you by Boss Rutan's O2 Trainer and Fight Me, a fearless expression. What are you willing to fight for?
Godspeed and party on.